Hello, 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 hello.
Oh,
What?
I don't know. I just like it.
Oh.
Hello, 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 hello. But I want you to like come in with the harmony.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
Hello. Ew.
Gross. It's Erin.
And Nicole, this is Dude That's Fucked Up.
What up, bitches?
That was fucked up.
Yeah.
That was not on brand.
I mean, I thought it sounded real nice.
No, it sounded really. Oh, it sounded real nice. But it was not on brand.
Not on brand. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there?
Oh my god.
How's everybody's week been so far?
I hope good.
I hope you haven't had diarrhea at all. I hope you...
Have you? Why would you say that?
I don't know. I hope you haven't sat in traffic one single second. I hope that everything's going great for you, you know?
I hope you haven't had diarrhea.
I don't
at
know.
all.
Well, you know.
Yeah. I know. Some people might have. And
Or,
I hope
or
it
if
was...
you've been constipated, I hope you have had diarrhea.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a relief.
Yeah. And a release.
Sweet release.
Ugh.
So what's going on? Do we got any biz?
No,
All right.
I don't think so.
Anything fucked up?
Oh my god. Well, you had a birthday.
I did have a birthday.
Erin had a birthday party, and I got too excited.
I mean, it was... I think, like, it was a very chill time for everybody.
It was chill, but I was just, like, really excited to, like, see people I know.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, it was,
And
like, on a
hang
Sunday and
out.
have drinks, and, like, it's your first birthday back.
It was great. It was
And,
a great
like,
time.
also, we've hung out at your house a couple times, but, like, sometimes there's family there and stuff, but this was kids only, and by kids only, I mean, like, your friends.
Yeah.
There was no, like, grandparents there.
Oh, no. It was no family. It was just friends. Yeah.
And so I was, like, very excited, and then I wanted to get you these weed mints for your birthday, so we went to the weed store.
Dispensary,
yeah, I forgot the term. And there was a bud tender there. That's what they call them. I
Yeah.
love the pun.
Yeah.
And they just, like, talked us into, like, so much stuff. And
Amazing.
or just were, like, telling us about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And so we got these gummies, and we don't have weed a lot. Like, we have those mints that I got you because they're, like, super low dose. But I was like, oh, I want to take one of these edibles, like gummies, but just a quarter of it.
Yeah.
Which will be equivalent to, like, the mint we
Yeah.
take. But it was a hybrid. So
Yeah.
it wasn't, I'm used to, like, just indica.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, like, both kinds.
Yeah.
And I took a quarter of it, probably, like, an hour before we were going to come to your house.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Is it the wild gummies?
Yeah. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ate half of one of those. Oh my God.
I didn't think I was feeling anything, so then I took another quarter. So I ended up eating a half.
That shit fucked me up.
It fucked me up. I was like, we can't leave yet. And I knew it was starting, and I was like, no, I need to sit here.
I was wondering where you were.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was
going to
text you, but I didn't want to tell you I was high.
Oh, I wouldn't have cared.
No, I know, but I was like, oh no, then it's a whole thing, and I don't want people to know. And then
I could tell your ass was high when you walked in.
You
the door.
could?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
We live in California in 2019. Everybody's high.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, I was like, but I was acting normal.
Yeah,
I was normal.
You were totally fine.
By that time too, the, like, bad part had worn off.
Yeah.
Like, because I sat here for an hour.
The ultra high had worn off.
Yeah. But I was still kind of, like, a little heady. And I like, just didn't want to talk to anyone I didn't know because I was, like, anxious about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh no. But then it, like, wore off. I sat here and, like, watched SNL while I ate some, like, cheese puffs.
Perfect.
And drank a beer. And I was
Living
like,
your
okay.
best life.
Yeah. I was like, let's go. Cut to an hour later. We're at your party. I'm, like, talking to some people. I look behind me. Pete's wearing his sunglasses inside talking to someone about I don't know what. And I was like, oh no, he's high too. and then like at certain parts throughout the party, I'd just like look over and Pete's just like on a lounger by himself.
He was fucking chilling.
No, he was. He was enjoying himself.
Yeah,
And then he went and got us like some good beers.
Oh my god. Okay, this was like the best thing. So we like started to run low on beer, and Pete just like hero.
He volunteered.
Just went and grabbed.
I think he wanted to leave for a little bit because he was high.
But like it was such a clutch move.
Yeah.
And then he came back with like these amazing beers, and everybody was like in this great mood. You know, everybody had a couple drinks, and you know, maybe people were also high. And it was like he comes back and he just has these awesome beers, and he was just like DJ like could not stop talking. He's like, oh my god, Pete just like such a cool dude, man. He just fucking brought back these good ass beers, and we were just like loving. Everybody was like drinking the beers, and everybody was like, oh, this is so good. Oh yeah, what is this brand? Oh my god, great job, Pete. It was.
Oh my god.
You don't understand how many minutes of time we've dedicated to talking about how nice that was. That Pete did that.
But same on this end because Pete was like celebrating himself.
Good for him. I hope he's still patting himself on the back.
He was like, oh, I got those like Japanese rice beers, and I got that one that was like fruity, and I got the LBC IPAs. You can't have a party in Long Beach without LBC IPA.
Gotta have the LBC.
Beechwood, yeah. And he's like, those were good, right? And I was like, yeah, it was great. It was all great. He's like, yeah.
Good job, Pete.
Wild. Anyway, it was so fun. And I just had our friend Megan was there, and her daughter's very funny. Like,
hilarious kid.
Should be on TV. Anyway, it was very fun. And yeah, I just had so much fun.
Well, I'm glad.
I'm so glad you had a birthday.
Me too. I'm so
glad you live here. Yeah, I'm glad you were born too.
I'm glad I was born. I'm glad I moved back. I'm glad everybody came to the party and we had a good time. Glad Pete got those sick ass beers that were so good.
I'm glad DJ made brisket. I'm glad Jack thought I was so funny.
Oh, Jack was loving his Don Cher.
It was a Sunday for the books.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Tell me your fucked up thing now because Erin said I'm gonna hate it.
I mean, I'll just get into it. So,
oh no,
we went up to the mountains this past weekend. It was. I feel real bad about this because it was the first time I'd been up to our hometown since we moved back. It's
not been that long.
I mean, it's
like
been
3 months. I don't know.
Like 2 months.
Oh,
But my parents have been coming down and visiting us a bunch, so we haven't had a chance to drive up there yet. So we finally got to have a weekend where we're like, all right, let's go to the mountains. So we get Jack ready to go. He's in the car. He's fine. He's just still not used to being in the car for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a car in DC. So
do you sit with him in the back and make DJ drive in the front?
I do sometimes when he's fussy.
Mm-hmm.
So he is a little guy and he still faces backwards in the car seat, and he doesn't love that because he can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not included in anything that's happening. I'm
what are you
fucking
guys talking
looking
about?
at the back of a chair here.
Yeah.
This bullshit.
Fucking FOMO.
So we get up to the mountains, and it takes like an hour and 45 minutes to get up there. And we're turning onto my parents' street, and it's windy. We've been driving on the windy roads for a while, and we get onto their street, and I hear this like choking noise, and I look back, and Jack is projectile vomiting in the back seat.
Oh my god!
Like an insane amount of vomit. Like he is at a frat party.
Oh my god!
And he just did a fucking keg stand and had eaten an entire pizza beforehand.
Oh my god!
And you have to understand, like, when you're driving in the car with a kid.
Are you in your car or DJ's car?
My car.
Oh no!
When you're in a car with a kid and they start getting fussy, like, there's no amount of toys or like anything that you can do to entertain them. So the best thing you can do is just throw food at him.
Oh no!
So I had given him like a pound of fucking like cheese puffs and fucking bombas and whatever the fuck else I had on hand, and like milk, and he had his breakfast but from before. It all came out.
Oh my god!
It was so much puke, and he was just like so confused because he's only had a throw up incident like once before.
Yeah.
And that was at the beach when we were there. And so he's just sitting there fully covered in puke.
Oh my God.
Everything. And I had dressed him so cute. He was in the cutest little outfit, little lumberjack fucking flannel, and he was so cute, and it was just covered in vomit. And I mean, it smelled like adult vomit.
Oh my
It
God.
was insane. And we had to take the car seat out, hose it out.
Oh.
We threw everything that had touched the vomit into a vat of vinegar and water mixture because it was just like
Oh.
so gnarly.
Was it like, were your parents like, open the door and they're like,
Yeah.
hi, and then you're like, he puked?
No, literally, we pull up and I'm just like, DJ.
Get the hose.
I'm like, DJ, get the hose. He like ran down and
DJ, get the hose.
I was like, I need something. I was like, I don't even know where to start. Like,
Oh
I
my
hopped out and I
God.
like opened the door to look back and see the
Yeah,
extent
yeah.
of it. And I was just like, I don't even know where to start. I have like fucking
Like-
paper napkins and I'm like touching the puke and it's just everywhere. And Jack's just like, like he does not understand what's happening and it's so sad.
Oh my God.
And so DJ ran down and like got, paper towels and cleaner and like stuff. And I'm trying to get it to the point where I can just unsnap the buckles to get Jack out. And like, it's so much puke. And I finally like got his clothes off of him and I'm like throwing everything on the ground outside of the car and my mom comes up and she's like, I'm like handing, like I'm holding him away from my body because he's just like dripping and like we're trying to wipe him down. It was so sad.
Oh my God. If
But
you would have just waited 5 minutes, he just could have puked in your parents' house.
I know. And so I literally like ran in the house, stuck him in the bathtub, and he's just like shivering because it was cold outside. I felt oh my God.
Oh my God.
It was like my first time where I was like, this is, you're just in survival mode most of the time.
Yeah.
And then you like get into this place where you're like, all right, I know
In a
what's
groove.
happening. I know what's happening. I
Yeah.
know my kid. I know what's happening. But then something like this happens where you're just like, oh my God, I forgot that kids get car sick.
Yeah.
And he's at an age where this can happen, especially
And he's
facing
backwards. Yeah.
And I get car sick really easily. So I just was like, I am so stupid. I didn't even think about this.
Oh my God.
And I just felt so bad. But then he
Aw.
was like totally fine and he was like housing cheese like an hour later. So
Oh yeah, well, his stomach was empty. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm hungry.
he's like, bitch, I'm hungry. Give me all this food.
Yeah, and I'm not getting back in the car.
And then he was like in a great mood and he was fine and everything was fine. And also it's higher elevation, so it's just
There's a lot of things working against you.
yeah.
How was he going down today?
Great.
Oh,
Well, we turned his car seat around. We're like, he's right at the like limit where you're like,
Oh,
you're
that's good.
supposed to keep him backwards till they're like 2 or some bullshit. But
Yeah.
I was like, we just should turn him around and.
at least for the mountain.
But man,
And don't feed him till he's down the mountain.
yeah, I
Oh my
waited
God.
until he was, and he loved it. He loved facing forward.
Oh,
he was like,
good.
he's like, this is cool, and I can like turn around and like play with him and stuff, and he
Yeah.
was loving it. So
Oh, good.
anyway, shit,
Ew. Oh
it
my
was
God.
r-
I
hit-
almost puked when you said you had to like.
sop up with the vomit.
No, but
There was a
now,
couple whole blueberries in there.
Oh my
It was so
because kids
insane.
just kind of choke down food.
Yeah, because he like will bite it so that the juice comes out, and then he'll just swallow it.
Oh my God, what a champion.
I know.
No, when you were talking about how you had to like get to the buckle, but it was just like full.
Oh my God, the straps still smell like puke.
Oh, they will.
I don't know
right?
how to. I like don't know what I can do to clean. I think I'm gonna have to like.
We have a Bissell.
Oh, I have a thing.
Oh, like a steam cleaner
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I'm gonna have to take that to it.
And
but-
maybe take it out and like flop it so that the belt is like on the ground and just
Yeah.
like pour vinegar over it or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Oof. Power wash it.
Yeah.
Just throw it in the pool for a couple days.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't even know.
Oh my God.
It's so fucking rough.
Well, that's
so
gross.
this was like the first time I felt like an actual parent.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but
Yeah, because you're having to do like parent things. I don't
Yeah.
know, like you're.
I don't know. Like I qualify as a
Well-
parent now.
well-
I dealt with my first like gnarly puke.
Well,
like-
I feel like
Oh my God.
I feel like maybe also because you feel like he's like starting to be a little more self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like, oh, that's it's like, oh, you're not just there's like a little bit of separation between you and him now.
Mhm.
Like he's his own little kid and like he's like can do
Yeah.
some things by himself. And then this happens.
And then
you're
this
like,
happened.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, and I was like, oh wait, no, you're just a little buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
And there's plenty of stuff like that in the future.
Oh boy. So yeah, I guess I've just been really complacent about the whole thing.
Oh my God. Well.
So that was fun. Hardcore puke though.
Oh my God. Does your car smell like puke?
No, we like left the windows down for a while and
smart.
like wiped everything.
And it's like
down.
the fresh mountain air, so it's like very oxygenated. And
yeah, it really just it's fresh.
It's like spa air.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and I'm still a little like myself. I had gotten car sick the day before, so I should have known better.
Oh.
I mean, I wasn't like sick or anything, but I was like, I don't
feeling
feel good.
icky.
Yeah. When I got out of the car.
Oh, when you guys went down to San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So anyway.
All right. Well, that was gross.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry about
that. Should we get to our topic?
Let's do it.
Well, I don't have a segue for this, but Pete's cousin Eben visited from Wales like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Not visited us, but like was visiting LA and went to a wedding and stuff.
And you guys hung out and had some beers or something.
Yeah, and like Pete hung out with him a few times and his friends, and then I met up with them one evening for a beer, and he was talking to me about this like quintessential American tale.
Yeah.
That I had no idea happened. And I was like, this sounds amazing. I have to like cover this on my podcast because I was talking to him about the podcast. So I don't want to give it away yet, but I do want to talk about, so this happened in 2004.
Yep.
Which made me think, and like since I had never heard of this, I was like, what was I doing in 2004?
So much.
What were you doing in 2004?
I mean, same things as you probably.
Close. Well, we were both working at Bass.
Yeah.
We were like
GH Bass.
GH Bass, the outlet in the Lake Arrowhead Village, which I went there last time I was up there and got some shoes, and I felt weird about it. And then I was like, no, you know what?
I like this.
I like this. They're affordable. This feels comforting. I wish I still had my employee discount because it would have been like $20.
Yeah, oh my
God. Also, I want to tell everyone I worked there. Like, I like really want everyone to know, like,
yeah, the type of retail work we were doing.
Well, and that I like physically worked here. Like, he's like,
so when you're
here,
in the store, you're oh, I know. Is that weird fucking thing still in the corner where it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, the manager, someone was like, okay, so like over here's like the, women's clothes, over here's the men's clothes. Just like, let me know if you need anything. I wanted to be like,
do you still need to do the price override of $3.33 for 3 pairs of socks so that it's 3 for 10 or whatever? Yeah.
Oh my God. All that stuff's the same.
Yeah.
Everything's the fucking same.
I know.
It's crazy. Anyway. But yeah, we were working there. We were going to fucking In Cahoots on Tuesday nights, bitch.
In Riverside, California.
We were drinking LA waters like there wasn't gonna be a tomorrow.
It was like I want to say what do you think? It was like a Long Island iced tea.
Yeah, but it's like Sprite instead of Coke, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's like bluish purple color.
Yeah, it was gross, but good.
I kind of wanted one though. When I was like thinking about this, I was like, oh, I kind of miss those.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have one soon.
Yeah, we were doing
the
God.
most. But also
eating so much Del Taco.
Oh my God.
An obscene amount of Del Taco.
So much Del Taco. I've started eating it a little bit again.
I need to get back in. I love Del Taco.
It's so gross. It's good.
It's delicious. It's better than Taco Bell. It's better.
Yeah, it's better than Taco Bell.
It's probably the best, like, cheap fast food, in my opinion.
Would you say El Pollo Loco's cheap, or would you say it's expensive?
I think it's in a different category.
Okay, I think so too. I also think El Pollo Loco's like a little pricier, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
Del
they
Taco?
have that good ass green sauce, though.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Oh.
What else was happening for you?
Okay, well, literally, like.
In 2004.
In 2004, June of 2004 to be specific, June 4th of 2004 to be most specific, like weeks leading up to that, I was losing my virginity. I want to say because it was like maybe Memorial Day weekend.
Okay. So it's like
like days.
In your brain.
Ish, I think so. It was at some point in May. Or was it in March? I might be fucking wrong. But I was losing my virginity in 2004.
Okay, cool.
And I smoked weed for the first time.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of things were happening for me.
Good for you. I think I smoked weed for the first time in like 1997.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know. Who's to say?
Well,
that's exciting because in 2004, in June specifically,
Mm-hmm.
some crazy shit happened that we just were too busy eating Del Taco and getting fucked up on the dance floor to pay attention to. This man
Oh my God.
in, what is this place called? Granby, Colorado.
That looks like it. That town looks and sounds like it's missing letters.
Yeah, like Granby is kind of an awkward word.
Yeah, but
Like
it's a town.
it's like your granny if you have a cold. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, excuse me. Are you my Granby?
I don't know.
I'm lost.
Well, this small town of Granby contained a man that was very, very disgruntled, to say the least.
This town took a beating.
It really did. They weren't ready for this man to unleash his fury, I guess. This guy took a bulldozer to the town and really just went for it. And it is commonly known in pop culture, I guess, as Killdozer. This day, this man, this incident
Yeah,
is in the history books as
Killdozer.
Killdozer.
Which, when Pete's cousin was like in his Welsh accent, like, you've never heard of Killdozer, I was like, what'd
I'm
you call
sorry.
me? No. I was like, no.
What is a Welsh accent like?
Oh, it's British-ish. He sounded British to me, but like some words are like a little weird.
Yeah.
Also, like Welsh is its own language, and he knows it.
Mhm.
And also,
It's its own like nationality. There's like
yeah,
you know, when they play soccer or have fucking Olympics, they have their own shit.
it's its own thing.
Yeah.
And like David S. Pumpkins, and his name is Eben.
Mm-hmm.
Eben, like
Like the Sublime song?
oh, I didn't know that was a song.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you mean Evan?
No,
like
Eben.
I want to correct your name.
Like Granby.
like Eben Granby.
Eben Granby.
There's like B's in places where you think there should be a different
Oh, yeah.
consonant. But yeah, and his I think he has a sister named Grieg.
Okay, like
And-
Greg, like cousin Grieg.
Yeah, but it's a lady cousin, so
Okay.
it's not Greg. But I always think like when Pete tells me like, oh, my cousin,
I'm old Grieg. sorry. That's rude to Welsh people. To Wales. I'm sorry to the Wales.
oh my God, I'm sorry to the whales. Oh no, the whales are gonna be mad. No, I love it though. It is very fun. It's like
Oh yeah.
I like the unexpected fun of like letters in places where I'm not expecting them. It's like a
Yeah.
surprise.
So when I heard about this story, I think pretty recently too. I mean, I knew this had happened, I guess, like in my
Oh.
subconscious, but like I didn't pay attention to it at the time.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this happened.
And so in researching this, it was just like, what the fuck happened? What drives a person to just completely lose their shit and go and fucking fuck up their entire town?
Dude.
It's kind of a dumb story, but it's also interesting, I think.
Yeah, why and how? Because like he literally destroyed a lot of the town.
Yeah.
By the time he was done, and it's like they couldn't stop him, but we'll tell you why.
Yeah. So this man, his name was Marvin Heemeyer. And he was a welder, normal dude, owned a muffler repair shop. And he, I think, was just probably not a pleasant person to deal with.
Yeah, it
is
doesn't
what it
sound
sounded
like
like.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he was easy to be around. But he had a lot of beefs in the town, it sounded like. He had a lot of grievances.
Yes.
And he owned this piece of property that was a main focus of a lot of the grievances that were going on around town. A lot of people unhappy with him unhappy with a lot of people in the town. And this is a small town. This is a very like teeny little place. And
yeah, Granby population. Blah, blah, blah.
yeah, like thousands, not millions. It's,
Right.
Or hundreds of thousands. It's like
Yeah.
tens of thousands probably, if that. And he had this piece of property about 2 acres that he had bought in 1992.
Yeah.
And he bought the property and had set up his little shop on it. What?
Should we mention how small the notes are?
Oh God. Okay. I know. I'm
I,
like,
I accidentally printed the notes at like 80%, so they're just like a tiny little piece on a paper. But I didn't want to reprint them.
no,
But
it's
anyway,
fine. I can read it.
yeah.
I have great reading.
Yeah. No, you're doing great.
Great reading eyes. Yeah.
1992.
So he purchased the 2 acres of land for $42,000
Yeah.
in 1992, and he purchased it from the Resolution Trust Corporation, which is actually a federal agency that's set up to handle the assets of failed savings and loan institutions. So benefiting from the government.
Oh, is that
Seizing
like
land.
buying a house in foreclosure?
Yeah,
kind of. Oh, okay.
kind of, yeah. So right off the bat, he's able to partake in the purchase of land to his benefit at a discounted price.
Great.
Because
Good for him.
the government has this agency that
And he has the money.
And he has the money. Good for him. So I'm laying a little bit of foreshadowing, maybe. I don't know.
Ooh.
Then after he bought the land, like a couple years after he bought the land, he agreed to sell the land to a company called Mountain Park Concrete.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they did, but
They did concrete stuff.
oh, cool. Just kidding.
You guessed it. They're a concrete company.
Concrete company.
Yeah.
And they offered him a cool $250,000 for the land that he purchased in 1992 for $42,000.
Yeah, not even the whole of it, like a part of it, right?
No, I think the whole piece of land.
He was gonna lease back his
property.
his
yeah,
property.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he had this good deal that he was about to get $250,000 for the property.
Okay, I know like this podcast isn't known for its math skills.
Mm-hmm.
It's maths. But that's a good profit. That's like some good fucking money.
He would have made money, and
that's way more than inflation would. Like, that's way more than it was worth when he bought it. Like, even 12 years later.
And he probably could have negotiated for a lease for whatever if he wanted. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he makes this deal with him, but then he decides he wants more for the property. He realizes oh, this is a big company.
They can pay more.
But it's also a family-owned company.
Yeah.
And he wants to get more money out of them. And the family is like, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know. We already offered you the price. This is what we're willing to pay. It's 2 acres. It's not like you have some fucking oil underneath your property. Come on, Jed Clampett. We're not, I don't know. So he says, no, I want $375,000 for it. And they're like, maybe. And he's like, oh, and he realizes they're willing to offer him more money, but he didn't do it. He didn't negotiate in a way that was skillful in any way.
Yeah.
And he suddenly raises his price for the property to $1 million. And they're like, no.
Oh my God. Who do you think you are?
Yeah. So Heemeyer. So they're like, well, we're just going to figure out how to get this property another way. If you are sitting on this land and you're only using a very small portion of it.
Yeah.
They kind of were like, we need this land. So, yeah. And we offered you a price. You're not willing to sell.
Yeah.
This is a company that is willing to do whatever it takes to get the property. So,
yeah.
Kind of shitty.
Yeah.
But $1 million is a lot of money, and I'm not arguing for people getting uprooted from their homes or, eminent domain or whatever kind of bullshit.
But don't be a dick.
Yeah. He overplayed his hand though.
Yeah,
for sure.
He did not know what he was doing.
No.
He was all in on I don't know what the analogy would be, but
also it's what is so special about this piece of land? I think it's just the principle of the matter that really pissed him off.
He seemed principled in some ways.
Yeah.
He thought everyone should play by the rules. But then when he was asking for more and more money, it's okay, but you're kind of skirting
how
much this should go for.
Like,
Truly.
the value of the land was
Yeah.
X amount of money. Money is all imaginary anyway.
True.
So, but he overshot his play. And
He overshot a shot.
He overshot a shot.
It landed in the trash because
Yeah,
he got fucked.
he got fucked big time. This company, Mountain Park Concrete, they just went directly to the county and were like appealing to them, like, we want to obtain this parcel of land, or at least build adjacent to Heemeyer.
Yeah.
To his land. They weren't trying to like steal the land from him. They were just like, we want to build here, but there's an access road on his property that we are going to need access to.
Oh.
So then, like, some other bullshit happened, and I don't know what the truth of the matter is.
Yeah.
But when there's people involved that are butting heads, and there's his story, there's their story. Either way, like, it all became very contentious, and Heemeyer got real testy, and he just kind of was like, fuck you, fuck this company. They started building their shit. They had a lot of heavy equipment, I'm sure, going in and out of on the access road by him, and he claimed that they were blocking it off all the time.
Yeah.
He also claimed that the city shut off his sewage, so then he started dumping sewage in just a pit on his property.
He dug a shit pit.
Yeah.
Listen, they allegedly, Mountain Park Concrete allegedly paid off the county. So there was also some like kind of sketchy shit. It wasn't like, oh, we're just going to do whatever we want. It's like the county was on his side. So I think that's why he got so mad.
Yeah.
It was like he was doing his thing, and that was like kind of shitty, and he was like trying to get too much money and wasn't doing a good job at it. But then they kind of came in and were like, oh, fuck you, we're just gonna like pay off the county and get what we want anyway. And they did, and that would make me upset, because then he's like appealing it, and they're like, no, sorry, it's already happened. So I feel like he was not in a good place mentally.
No.
After
it is very shitty what happened to this man, but the way he dealt with it thereafter was just not great.
Yeah, you already mentioned, like, he was just, like, taking dumps in the dirt and, like, in his own hole.
Shit pit, yeah.
Yeah, he dug a shit pit. He had a smell well.
A smell well.
That he doo-dooed in.
Yeah.
And and also he was just, like, storing a bunch of, like, junk cars on his property.
Yeah, his retaliation was just to make everything around the concrete company, or like everybody else needed to suffer that was around him.
He turned his body shop into a literal dump.
Yeah.
Like, it had dumps. It was a dump.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on. And they were like, dude, come on. Like, you need to, like, hook into the sewage company. Or, you need to hook into the sewage system. You need to, like, do this by the code. And he was like, well, they're blocking the 8 feet or whatever it is to the...
Yeah, there's like some easement that... Yeah, it was all this in the weed shit where it was, I'm sure, very like back and forth.
Oh,
and
my God.
And it
I
probably,
couldn't imagine.
It got very, very petty. Very
so
petty.
petty.
And he, at the end of the day... After all this, after making his property an eyesore, and I'm sure it was not very pleasant for him to be living on this land after all
on
this
literal shithole.
But he like made it much worse for himself.
Oh my God, yeah.
He was fined $2,500 for all the the eyesore, the fucking illegal shit pit that he dug on his property.
His smell well.
Yeah,
his poop coop.
But the city or the town was fining him, and he was like, oh, fuck that. And it was just like the straw that broke the camel's back, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. He acted like he was getting fined a lot more than $2,500.
Dude, even back in the day, again, not math people, but like
2004,
$2,500, not that bad.
Well, I definitely like sympathize with him. His whole argument was like, okay, this company is a detriment to my business. I have a business on this land, and the access road for, whatever, for people to get to it is being blocked off by all the heavy machinery or whatever fucking bullshit they had going on.
Yeah.
But like, I think the response to that is to be like, hey, you guys are kind of negatively impacting my business. Can you help me make it a little clear? Like maybe help me with some signage or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Or like make a new road on the other side of it or something.
Yeah.
Like there's other options. I don't know. He definitely got very upset, and
This is where he went off the deep end here.
yeah, he went off the rails. He ended up leasing his business to a waste management company, which great. They're like, cool, we'll just like throw this waste into the pile you've already started.
Yeah. Basically.
No. They maybe, I don't know. And then he sold off the rest of the property and plotted his revenge.
And I'm sure he didn't even get the amount of
No.
money that he was initially offered
Yeah.
by the concrete company to begin with.
I'm sure.
But
But then now it's like the principle of the thing. Because he's like, you could tell he's a principled person. What his principles are, we're not exactly sure.
yeah, like it doesn't need to be this way, but
Yeah.
it was. This is what it was.
Oh my gosh. Now we get to the fun part. If there's a fun
how,
part.
the
Yeah.
how he destroyed.
How he destroyed Granby.
Yeah. Burn.
How he destroyed Granby.
Burn.
Okay, have you ever seen the movie Transformers?
Of course, I love Shia LaBeouf.
Ew. Oh, I was going to say me either. I was just going to go. Have you ever seen the movie Transformers? Me either.
I love Transformers.
Oh my god. Fucking Michael Bay, really?
No, I don't love Michael Bay.
Oh.
I just well, it's like very nostalgic, and the first one was good.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
But you do love Shia LaBeouf?
I do.
Oh, interesting.
I think he's a very misunderstood
Artist?
Artist, yeah.
All right. Well, Heemeyer, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but Heemeyer basically built what I think a transformer is. Like,
Yeah.
He built this shell of a thing to like go over a regular bulldozer to transform it
into a killdozer. Yeah. Well, the thing about Transformers is it looks like it's like a normal,
It's like,
everyday
oh, it's
common thing.
yeah,
like a
like
car,
a regular bulldozer. Oh, okay.
and then it transforms into a Autobot.
Oh, yeah.
So close, but yeah.
Like, oh, it's like a Hummer, and now it's a Bumblebee. Isn't that a Isn't the Bumblebee
The
a
Bumblebee is
transformer?
like a hot rod car.
Oh, cute.
Like a
Oh,
cute-
that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, what other ones are there? Like
Optimus
animals.
Prime.
What does that look like?
Animals.
Are they all animals or
No.
insects?
No, they're like trucks and cars, and they
Oh,
transform.
it does transform into a Bumblebee?
No, no.
I thought it was
That's
like...
its name.
Oh my god.
No.
I thought it was like a giant
No, they transform
mechanical
they transform
Bumblebee.
into Autobots where they're like
Oh.
they're like
But not
robots.
shaped as a bee.
No,
Okay. Well,
Whoops.
now I'm actually less interested in Transformers.
Oh, didn't you have Transformers as a kid?
I only had the ones from McDonald's where it looked like it was a little chicken nugget package.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm having.
And there was like the fry one, Optimus Prime.
Oh my god,
Is it Optimus Prime?
I'm having like a severe, amazing flashback. I love it.
Those were so fun.
So fun.
There was a milkshake, fries, a chicken nugget.
Yeah, the chicken nugget was my
box because it
Yeah.
used to come in boxes. I think there was a
Oh my
filet fish
God.
one, like a blue one.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
those were
God.
so fun. I bet you could find them on eBay.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, I can't wait till Jack gets Happy Meals and we get to see the toys.
God.
I'm
They're
just
probably like garbage now. I
yeah,
don't
they're
know what
probably like little cancer modules.
are.
All right.
Anyway, they were not. This is just. He did transform it.
He did, but in just the regular sense, wasn't a Bumblebee after. It just was like basically.
It was a souped up bulldozer.
It was a souped up bulldozer. Yeah, he like outfitted it with reinforced steel as like an armor on it, like because a bulldozer is like exposed in the cockpit. He like made a little like encasement for it of steel. Then he put concrete, and then he put another layer of steel. So it was like fucking a fortress.
It was like it was a tank. It was a tank.
It was a tank. And P.S. there were no doors, so like
he entombed himself basically.
he entombed himself in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he like lowered it with a crane onto himself.
Yeah.
And like kind of knew he wasn't gonna leave because spoiler alert, he
he
dead.
died. Yeah. Um, yeah, he gets going. He outfits this thing, this
Yeah.
concrete shell basically around this entire bulldozer.
Yeah.
And it's gassed up, it's souped up. It has gun ports on it.
3 gun
Three gun
ports.
ports.
It has fucking. It has. So he can't see out of it.
No, because there's fucking concrete on it.
Yeah, like,
S-
and 2 layers of steel. So he made he put cameras, like, just like regular cameras, I think, in
like security cameras.
yeah, like security cameras all around it. He had TVs on the inside, and then he encased those cameras in 3 inches of bulletproof plastic so that the cops couldn't shoot the cameras out.
Yeah. But he used the cameras to see where he was
Yeah,
going.
that's how he was driving.
Yeah.
It's like a submarine on land.
Dude, it was so crazy. Have you ever watched video of him rampaging?
Yes,
Definitely watch it. It's crazy.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I
In a
mean,
way.
in a way, if you, yeah, well, I don't know if he was actually having fun, but
No, he wasn't, but I mean watching it.
yeah,
Yeah, if you think about it from his angle, it's all very gross and sad.
yeah,
But just kind of watching it, it's like, whoa, that he's like just taking out corners of buildings.
yeah,
Like it's like paper.
yeah. It's an insane thing to watch. Just how much destruction he can do with this thing in a matter of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how long it took him to do all this, but I'm assuming it was a very long time
To build it?
To build it,
It was years.
Years,
I think looking back, they were able to figure out it took like 2.5 years for him to do this.
Yeah, so all this shit had happened in like the 90s, like leading up to this. Like I mean, like all the disputes, all the like, fucking bullshit with the concrete company.
I think maybe it was all kind of solidified in 2001.
Okay.
That's like
when everything kind of came to a head, and then he
knew he was like ousted and wouldn't be paid money, and the concrete company was going to move forward anyway.
He lost his like fight, and he was like, all right, now I'm plotting revenge.
Mm-hmm.
2001 is when everything just stopped, and he was like, all right, I'm going to build this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm going to take my revenge.
Yep.
So, like, it took 4 years for him to build this thing. And so June 4th, 2004.
Mm-hmm.
This is when he took his maiden voyage with the Killdozer.
Yeah.
Through the town.
Literally, like just through it.
Granby didn't know what was about to happen to it. He got on the road, and I think he like went through Main Street basically is what it looks like, because he fucked up a lot of stuff.
Oh my God.
He just, it was like, if he can't have his shop, then his land, then nobody can. I mean, he just went.
He didn't want anyone to have anything.
No.
Like, he didn't want anyone to have anything nice. He was like, I don't get nice stuff. Why does anyone get nice stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, starting with his own shop, he just fucking tore through the wall of it. He didn't even bother to open the garage. He was like, let's.
Oh, that's how he busted out the fucking shop.
Yeah. There's a image of it where it's like you see the you see the garage door, and then next to it there's just a big hole.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, let's see if this thing works.
He had to test it. Yeah.
We're moving, we're grooving. Let's see how this baby handles. And he just like tore the corner out.
And he's like, "Oh, this is cutting through like butter. Let's go."
Dude.
So then he goes to the concrete plant. He just fucking wrecks all their shit.
It's fucking nar.
He hits the bank, which
of course
took all his shit probably.
But not for any money.
No, not for money.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. The police station.
Oh my God! All the police cars that were in the station parking lot when he arrived.
He just, I mean, the sheer heft of this thing.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, it was knocking things aside. Like, it was
tearing
nothing.
shit up.
It was tearing shit up. Police station, the town hall, the former mayor's house, the library.
Oh my God!
He was just rolling. The police were like, "Oh my fucking God, this is insane. We can't stop this guy." They were shooting.
Fucking Granby PD. They're out there.
They were unloading on this man.
To no avail.
To no avail. There's no way that the SWAT nothing could get through to it. Like they were throwing every piece of artillery that they had at this guy.
They like threw 3 bombs at it, and that did literally nothing.
Nothing.
It just like bounced right off.
Yeah. And they had no plan. They had no idea how to stop him, and he just kept rolling.
My favorite part, I think, of this entire story is that they were like, fuck, okay, this is a huge ass bulldozer. We need another huge ass bulldozer to like
stop him.
Yeah, to like smosh him. It's like, what is that? What are those? Is that a thing where you like build a remote car and you just smash them into each other? That's like a thing.
Yeah.
What is that?
Like a demolition derby.
Yeah, but there's like remote controlled ones that are really fun.
Yeah.
To watch. It's like that. They're like, okay, he has this big thing. We just need to find another big thing to like smush into him and like take him out. Yeah. So they get this regular old guy.
They're like, hey man, can we borrow your tractor real quick?
Hey Jed, it's Captain Smith from the Granby PD. I don't know if you're out here on the street, but
there's a Killdozer here.
we got a
real
situation here.
We got a real shit show happening on Main Street.
We got a situation out here on Main Street. It's a Killdozer, dude. We need your regular bulldozer to come down here and
we're gonna need your backhoe. I don't know what it was, but they
is your dozer gassed up and ready to rock?
You got insurance on that, baby? We need it.
So this guy, just like regular dude, not a pedestrian. What do you call a regular person? Civilian. Also a pedestrian because he drove his big ass tractor trying to block this dude and had to bail on it and fucking run.
It was wild.
This is the best video too, because he fucking hauls ass. He's like on it and trying to like, they're going head to head or whatever, and fucking Killdozer's like, nope.
It
See
was
ya.
like a little butterfly running headlong into a fucking sharp fan or something. My God. It just tossed it aside like it was nothing.
Boink.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like flicked it.
And this man that had the regular tractor was like, bye-bye.
Yeah, he's like, good for him, because he's like, I'm not fucking with this. I'm not a police officer. I'm a regular man.
Yeah, he could have died.
Yeah.
Very easily. But, he did his civic duty. He tried.
Good for him. That was great.
He tried it, but it did not work at all.
Hang on.
Oh.
All right.
Nice. So, yeah, they can't stop him. The police were like, okay, we need to like evacuate people because we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I think they did like a reverse 911 call.
Yeah.
To the people who lived in the town and were like, because they didn't know how far he was gonna go, how long the Killdozer was gonna last. Like, they did not know what was gonna happen.
Mm-mm.
So people were like very aware of what was happening, and they were trying to like get out of the way of this thing. That's all that anybody could do, is just get out of the way.
How does a reverse 911 call work? Do you know?
Yeah. So this is what they do when they need to evacuate a town when there's like a fire or like, any kind of natural disaster. There's something weird happening. It's anyone that's in the system, they like.
It's like an automated call.
Yeah, it's an automated call.
Like this is.
Yeah,
the Granby PD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a situation on Main Street. It's a shit show. Evacuate your home immediately. There's a Killdozer, bitches. I don't know.
You'll see it from afar. Just go the opposite way. It's not fast.
It's slow, but it'll fuck your shit up.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, it is impressive that they were able to get all these places evacuated, but also the thing wasn't that fast.
No, but I mean, the thing that was really shitty about this is that there were people in the buildings that he was rolling into.
Yeah.
And it was just like shocking. Nobody knew what was going on, and all of a sudden there's a fucking bulldozer coming through the wall.
Yeah.
So and obviously until police were notified.
Right. And then they were able to clear all the buildings before he hit them. Because they could see which direction he was coming.
Well, some of them were not evacuated in time. So,
but
when he first got going, it was like, it was very dicey.
Yeah,
like, he could have very easily killed many, many people.
Mm-hmm.
So he destroyed. First of all,
Yeah.
he destroyed a library, which
That's rude.
it
What do you
is.
have against a fucking learning,
I
dude?
don't know. I think he destroyed the library because it was connected to the town hall. But at the time of him rolling through the library, there was little kids in there doing like a fucking like
Oh no.
little
Reading Rainbow.
little reading situation. He could have
Yeah.
killed a bunch of little kids.
Little story time.
Yeah, and also the home of the mayor that he rolled through,
Mm-hmm.
the former mayor L.R. Dick Thompson, who he had a grievance against because he was the mayor of the town and he was allowing all the whatever bullshit
Well,
to
maybe
happen.
he took money
I
to
don't
get
know.
the. We don't know.
We
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
don't know.
So this mayor, he was mayor when he was fighting with the city, but he passed away in 2001, a few years before the
What
rampage.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's stupid.
the only person that was in the house was the 82-year-old widow, Thelma
Oh
Thompson, the wife of this man,
no.
of the former mayor, who is just living there trying to fucking live her life, and he just rolls through with the goddamn thing. So her house is destroyed. The library is destroyed. All these buildings are getting destroyed. At the end of the day, he also destroyed all these patrol cars, service trucks, and at least one pickup truck. In total, the rampage lasted 2 hours, destroyed 13 buildings, and caused nearly $8 million worth of damage. And as we said, the police did not know how to stop him. They were like, we are throwing bombs, we're doing everything we can. And eventually, he did stop after 2 hours because he
He
got
got
stuck.
stuck, dude. He like dozed into the hardware store and it had like a basement, and
Yeah.
so he like kind of took out the floor and then got his wheel stuck, or what's on tractors? Not wheels, it's like
The
treads.
treads,
Yeah,
yeah.
and got like the tread stuck, and he was like trying to get out, and then by this point, because he had just like crashed into so much shit,
It like scraped the undercarriage of the
yeah,
tractor and
it was like leaking fluids and
yeah,
shit.
it was smoking, like
Yeah.
it was a bad situation.
Yeah.
And the motor crapped out, and then he just got stuck in the hardware store basically after rolling through it and destroying it.
Yep.
And they couldn't even. So he finally stopped, but the police could not get to him.
No, they couldn't get. They couldn't get inside.
Yeah, they couldn't get inside the tractor because there were so many layers of metal and
Yeah.
concrete. They eventually got like cut into it somehow.
They used like I forget what they used,
Like,
but it's like heavy
duty,
like
yeah,
mechanical saws.
to get inside, and
Yeah.
he was inside. He had shot himself,
Yeah, he was dead.
and he was dead.
It took like 8 hours for them to get in and find his body.
Yeah.
I think 6 to 8 hours. It was like they could not get in.
Once they realized like there was nothing else happening and it was safe for them to approach this thing,
Yeah,
it took them that long to get into it.
because I think when he got stuck, the SWAT team kind of like surrounded him, and they heard the gunshot from inside, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh."
But
Then it was quiet.
they also were very wary of it because they knew there was gun ports because he was shooting out of it, and he was shooting at propane tanks.
Oh, to explode them?
Yeah, there was like a transformer, and he was trying to explode these tanks. And if he would have done that, it would have blown up everything in like a half-mile radius, and he definitely would have killed people. So he was
my God.
attempting to inflict not just damage, but possibly harm to people.
Oh my God! So this did have Transformers. This is a Michael Bay
like-
movie
no,
come to life.
like a fucking electrical transformer.
But also, it's a Michael Bay movie come to
No,
life.
no, this is the worst.
Yeah, no, it's the worst. So they found his body. Obviously they like went and searched his house. They were like, "What's going on? You know, like what the fuck happened? This
Why
man,
did this man
yeah,
just freak the fuck out? Yeah,
it's Granby we're talking about. You know, like this is the
Everybody's-
town. You know, it's like
it's Graham. It's Graham living in Granby.
it's a Gramble time. Oh my God! So they searched his house, and they found like in his shed there was a bunch of notes like outlining his plans and like all of his grievances, and he left plenty of records about like why he did this. But if that wasn't enough, he also recorded himself on cassette tapes, 2.5 hours of cassette tapes to be exact, which is kind of like having your own podcast these days, I feel
Yeah,
like.
truly.
So he probably would have had a podcast if it was today.
I'm sure.
And that was like outlining his motivations and like all the people he was upset at. And he sent those to his brother in South Dakota, who like handed them over to authorities when he like received them and knew what
Found
had
out.
happened.
Yeah.
And then, like, we kind of alluded to this, but despite the $8 million worth of damage, there were no casualties with the exception of this dude himself.
Yeah.
But, like, not a single person was injured or hurt or killed.
It's a miracle that there wasn't, because like I said, in the beginning, before anybody knew what the fuck was happening,
Yeah.
he was rolling through buildings where there was people in them. And if one person would have been standing in the wrong place, they would have been ran over or crushed by falling debris.
Yeah. I don't think I mean I think it's like a little bit of a coincidence that no one died, like it's just good luck. But I also think that wasn't his intention. Like he wanted to destroy property.
But like, how could it not be? How could you?
Because I don't think that's the first, like, that's not his priority. I think maybe he was okay if people died. Like,
I think he thought he would kill people. I mean, he was shooting at, things and people.
Yeah.
And he just, he failed in that regard of,
Yeah.
of just, I think he thought, like, okay, it's during the middle of the day.
Yeah.
There's definitely people working in these buildings. If I kill them, great.
Yeah.
If not, oh well. At least I inflicted damage. I don't think he cared, because his initial thought and intention was to just inflict havoc.
Yeah.
And he got in there knowing that it would be very bad. Whatever he did,
That's
ended up
true.
doing, it would be very bad.
Yeah.
And he
knew he wouldn't get out.
He knew he wasn't
alive.
getting out alive.
Yeah.
So if he took people with him, all the better, I think, in his mind. But he ended up somehow miraculously, nobody was killed.
Yeah.
So,
Man. Well, and then, they like finally got into the Killdozer. They totally scrapped the whole thing. And they, instead of like sending it all to like a scrap metal yard, they like broke it up and like sent it to a bunch because like people were into it and like they didn't want people taking souvenirs, which is so gross. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of it. I mean, there's not much more to it. There's a ton of footage you should check out on YouTube. It is.
It's crazy to watch this happen and see how just powerful this thing was and how easily it rips through very large buildings.
It's like if you took a fork to a cake. It's like,
No,
it's
it's
like
true.
so like it's just so, it looks soft. All the materials just look soft.
And it's like, obviously it's concrete and wood and like
and metal and
metal
whatever. I don't know.
But it does not matter.
It's wild. And I think it is fun watching the footage now knowing no one got hurt. Like that's like the positive of it.
Yeah.
Is like you can watch it and be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like no one got hurt, so it is kind of fun to watch like
But
just
it's disturbing.
demolition in general, I guess.
Yeah, it's disturbing to think like there is a person inside of here that's very disturbed,
Very unhinged.
and
Yeah.
he's doing these things, and the motivation is
Malicious.
He is very malicious.
Yeah.
And the thing that really bothers me about this story now is that there's a lot of people out there who hold this guy up as a hero, who he's like a American folklore hero. He is like in the to some people on the same level as like Johnny Appleseed and Paul Bunyan, and it's like
Those people are wrong.
they're wrong.
Yeah.
They're very wrong. This man, it's very, what he did is so wrong. You don't, if you have something bad happen to you, the reaction is not to make everybody else suffer with you.
Yeah.
And I understand like this man was, he was hurting, and I don't think anybody deserves to suffer or to be in a bad place, but
he was hurting because he was like had some problems.
yeah, he had problems.
But also like what happened to him, it's not like it was a fucking tragedy and it
No.
ruined his life. It's like, oh, sorry you didn't get your way. This is like a
Yeah.
temper tantrum of temper tantrums.
Yeah,
Like, that's what this is.
Yeah, this man felt aggrieved, and he felt justified in inflicting this kind of damage on other people that had nothing to do with it. Like, some people, yeah, maybe these people were assholes to him.
Yeah, big deal. Fucking deal with it.
Like, this
Move.
This is, yeah, move. Like, take the money and move. Like,
Mm-hmm.
obviously these people don't want you in the town. If that is the way it is, then get the fuck out of there. I know though, like, the principle of the matter, some people will look at it and be like, no, this is wrong. Put your foot down, fight. Okay, but this is not the way to do it.
Yeah.
You do not.
That's not how you get your way, is just by fucking bulldozing everything. You don't just bulldoze your way out of situations.
No.
Because it leaves a big fucking trail of shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's like why you don't solve problems that way.
It's pretty basic shit, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It's like, he acted like how a preschooler acts. It's like, I didn't get the sandwich I wanted, so now no one gets the sandwich they want. I'm gonna stick my finger in every single sandwich of everybody else's because I don't like mine. It's like, what does that solve?
Yeah.
And like, that never makes anyone feel better, despite what people think.
Yeah, and I mean, he was already on the path to where he was like, I am, my life is over and I don't care anymore. I want everybody
fucking
else.
Dramatic.
And it is, a lot of the stuff that happened, I think, was self-inflicted. Like, he could have, there was so many choices that were made that were poor on his part, and I do feel I feel sympathy and empathy for literally every person in any situation, but this, and I just, this man needed help at a point in his life, and it never happened, and then it just like snowballed.
Compounded, yeah. Because even like just now, I'm thinking, why didn't he move to South Dakota with his brother or something?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, it just seems like, you know, I mean, maybe people think they don't have other choices, but you always have a choice. Always have a choice. You have a choice to get out of bed in the morning. You have a choice to fucking brush your teeth and like be nice to people.
And it's okay. You don't always have to be the best, but fucking hell, man, you don't take a bulldozer to an entire city just because you are aggrieved.
Yeah, and like, just because you didn't get your way doesn't mean the whole world was out to get you. It just means, like, that's the problem that bothers me. It's not like any of this ruined his life. Like, this is not something to kill yourself over. Like, and destroy a whole town.
Well, and I think too, it speaks a lot to the concept of not having ever been told no.
Yeah.
Or not ever having to have felt real injustice in your life.
Yeah.
At different points in time. Or maybe you have felt you were aggrieved to some degree, but this is not impacting your life in a way that is like systematically keeping you down. It's like this one thing happened and you have built it up into this place where it's like nobody's happy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, it's wild.
I don't know. I feel like this all could have been avoided.
Oh, this could have for sure been avoided. He just could have not done this.
Yeah.
He could have just
been like,
up.
thank you for the $250,000.
Yeah.
I will take it. I'm going to buy a van. I'm going to see the world.
Yeah.
And,
oh my God, #van life.
Van life,
oh,
yeah.
My God. He could have been so much happier.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't
know his life.
Yeah,
we don't know his anything. But this happened. It's crazy that this got to the point that it did. And I'm sorry to this man, but this is not how you deal with things. You could have killed little kids in a fucking library. Mm-hmm. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's rude.
Yeah.
That's fucking rude.
Yeah. And I'm sad that people uphold this dude like he's a folk hero. Like, that this is not the way to deal with things. Like, you vote.
Also, don't fucking idolize trash humans. Yeah. I don't understand. That's it. Oh, no, I should say there is a documentary called Tread that debuted this March, I think, or like at South by Southwest. Or, no, when is that? Yeah.
Yeah, March.
Is that okay? Yeah. I think it was South by Southwest. So, and it's supposed to have like a good director and stuff. I mean, Michael Bay didn't make it, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
But maybe he was involved because I read about him today and I don't know when else I would have read about him. Because I wasn't looking up Transformers or anything.
Sure.
I wasn't. So yeah, I gotta watch that still. But I
Yeah.
found out too late into the research that there was one, and I didn't have time. So
Well, maybe we'll do a follow-up or something, or
yeah,
a bonus ep or something. I don't know.
or maybe not.
Or maybe not.
All right.
Well,
That's it.
check out the YouTube videos of this situation if you know more about it and you want to correct us or yell at us.
Oh my God. Don't.
Don't. We don't care. This fucking guy, man.
Although if you do live in Granby, I'm interested.
Yeah, if you live in Granby, I want to know. Like,
How are the renovations?
Well,
Are they done?
I was reading about the guy who owned the hardware store, and it
Yeah.
took him like 8 years or something to rebuild his business because it was just so fucked up.
Oh my God. P.S. Like 2004 was 15 years ago, and that
Damn.
is fucked
I
up.
hate that you just told me that.
That's the most fucked up thing of this whole episode.
I thought that it was not that long ago, but it turns out it is.
It is.
Time marches on, my friends.
Woof. Maybe you leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. That would be
Obviously, this episode deserves it.
Killdozer over to iTunes and leave us a review. Okay.
All right. Well, follow us on social medias at DTFU Podcast everywhere. Go to our website, dtfupodcast.com. Thank you so much for listening. You're the best. And you know what? Be excellent to yourselves.
And each other.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ooh.
Spicy.